All right, we're rolling.
Pussy. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hello Harem podcast. I'm your host, Alex Luby. And I'm joined, as always, by the horniest homies to sail the seven seas, Mr. Anthony Luby, Luke Farnsworth, and, of course, the anime aficionados who are always here, and Jonathan, as opposed to a gaff ball, is turned into a box of whales.
The superior sea
The
cracker.
superior sea cracker.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Fuck
so I've been
goldfish.
munching on Jonathan the whole 9 yards today. Anyway, we got a fun ass episode today. We're finally going to review the summer anime, summer 2021 animes. And this particular one, I don't know. I'm just very excited for it because it had.
It really did
Some-
not. It had some bangers, kind
I
of.
it brought back a very special show from everyone's heart.
Yeah, I
And
think that's probably the
that's
best
why
way.
it's so exciting for me personally.
Yeah,
It was also there were shows that I thought would be better than they were, and then shows that I didn't expect that were much better. Than
That's
they
how
were.
I
There
am.
were
It
a
was
lot of
exact
shows that I
way.
was
Things did a
Sleepers.
complete 180.
Sleepers.
like I got like honorable mentions, but I'm not going to get into them. too
Yeah.
deep. Big news though. If you guys know our buddy Corporal, The Great Wave is actually now back on Spotify.
I'm glad
Big
you said
ups.
something
Here it
because
is.
I wanted to say that too.
The Great Wave. Check it out on Spotify. What's his Spotify now?
You can find Corporal on Spotify under Nate.
I think
Nayte.
it's Nayteoa8.
Nope.
No, it
it's
can't
just
be
Nate.
anymore.
Are you sure?
Just Nate.
I-
I was just listening to
I
it.
have it. Yeah, I have it. I was listening to it.
I
in the
literally
car.
just found out about that. He got some
Did
dude
you
got
listen
mad.
to it?
I haven't
Oh,
listened
yeah,
to it.
the
No,
whole story.
Jonathan was telling me about
The
it.
whole story, yeah.
So I found out about the story and I was like,
Yeah,
that
I
is
felt
very
bad.
shitty of that
Yeah, and
guy.
it sucks. You know why it sucks more? Because he was
Why?
born in August. So it
Well, also,
sucks.
like it makes sense. His thing is like always like Nate08.
He makes
Eight-
beats.
yeah, 808.
808 beats.
That
He was
guy's
born
just
in
an
August.
asshole.
I know. I would have told. He would be like, "Hey, dude, just take it. Like your birthday's this, blah blah blah." But yeah, it's available. You can look him up by Nayte. That's Nate. You can find it at The Great Wave. That's his EP out right now.
I searched. It didn't come up right away in search, so I searched
Yeah.
Nate Out East, which is one of the songs.
Yep. Boppin' EP. Actually, on the way here, I just listened to it fully. Dude, I love it. He put these little interludes in right after Memoirs of a Geisha to the last song on the EP, Shapeshift. He put the little Tokyo subway metro line jingles. Oh my god, dude, I love it. I love it.
I was
Brought me-
going to
brought me
listen
back.
to it and then I was like, I feel like listening to Sabaton right now. Like,
Getting angry on the
Traffic's
freeway.
been bad. Oh,
I'm
maybe I'll
so-
kill someone.
it really makes you just want to go to war. Sabaton just makes you want to go to war. Tell me
40
I'm
to-
wrong.
40 to
you're
1.
not.
40
I'm
to
not.
1.
Better song is Birds of War.
Birds of War was really good. I like 40 to 1 though. I still love that. song.
Sparta's really good.
I don't think I've heard that one.
You've not heard Sparta?
Mm-mm.
I haven't-
Sparta bangs.
I haven't listened to Sabaton in a while, so they
Yeah.
probably have a lot of new stuff that I haven't heard.
Sparta's from like 2016.
Again, like that's still new to me.
All right.
Yeah, it is actually. I mean, we listened to Sabaton like in 2013.
Their newest album, The Great War, fucking goes hard.
Really?
It's really good. It's a World War
One.
and two kind of.
Aren't all their songs
It's
World
like
War
World War
One and Two?
One.
much.
No. Fuck, what's the name of the album? Hold on, give me like half a second because it won't take me too long to pull it up.
Sabaton rips though.
They were on a Baby Metal song.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Last Stand is actually it literally is all about Sparta, and Blood of Bannockburn is about the Scottish Revolution.
Interesting.
It's like
Interesting.
I love their music so much. Like I adore Sabaton.
That is interesting.
Well, I have a disappointing story, a very sad story. I'll start with this. All right. I'm going to set the scene. It's Tuesday. We had a show that night up in Cleveland. We played the Foundry. It was like our first show on a stage in like almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, so that was exciting. It was a lot of fun.
Sorry if you can. do
So
that.
I had work the next day. To be up at 5 a.m. So after the show, we load the car, we vibe around for a minute, and I leave. Right? It's like I leave around 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
I'm driving home, and I'm kind of thinking, I haven't eaten in a while. I'll probably stop and get food on the way home. Right? My gas light comes on in Akron, so I test old Bessie and see how far she can make it.
Not the Odyssey.
Oh yes, the Odyssey, the 2001 Honda Odyssey that died in Tybee Island.
Jesus Christ.
So my plan was, I'm going to get off at Shuffle, go to Sheets, fill up, and then I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. I was thinking either Taco Bell or Sheetz, but then I thought I had to eat Sheetz, so I skipped Sheetz. So I just filled up. I'm driving home. My plan's going perfect. It's all going according to plan. I put gas in the car. I'm on my way down Whipple. I merge into the right lane to get ready to pull into Taco Bell. I pull in. There's a silver Honda Civic in front of me. Roll my window down, and I get up to the intercom. He says, "Hey, welcome to Taco Bell." I go, "What's up? How you doing?" He says, "Good. What can I get for you?" And then he says something right after this that just killed me. He said, "Right now, we're only taking cash." And if you know anything about me, I usually don't have cash on me, right? So I get out my wallet and I look, and there's no fucking cash. I was so excited. I was telling myself what I was going to get. A Crunchwrap Supreme, no tomato. Chalupa, no tomato. Chicken quesadilla. I was fucking ecstatic for this food. It had been like 7 to 8 hours since I ate, and I was so disappointed. And I go, "Well, I'm not going to be ordering anything. I don't have cash." He goes, "Oh, sorry about that." I'm like, "Not a big deal." But inside I was mourning.
I mean, it's not his fault, so you like.
No, I'm not going to give him shit for it.
Yeah.
But the story's not over. That
Holy
wasn't the
shit.
disappointing part.
What?
That was the sad part. So I'm sad. I'm like, "Oh fuck, dude! Like I am so hungry." And Taco Bell sounded like the greatest shit on this earth. I don't know why, but it just
always
sounded
does. Like when you're
amazing.
like starving, Taco Bell never sounds.
It was
bad.
dark outside.
Yeah.
No one was on the road. Taco Bell just fucking hits. So I go home, and I'm thinking, well, there's another one in Cleveland, but it's 10 o'clock. I have to be up early, and I still need to watch anime. So,
Priorities.
so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to skip it. I'll just eat something at home. I pull in, and I look over to my left, and McDonald's is across the street. And I'm like, should I? And I go, no, I'll just eat something inside, like a responsible young man. I get in the house, and I'm scavenging, and everything in the house just sounds awful. Nothing sounds better than that fucking Taco Bell I missed out
Yeah.
on. Nothing. So I take off my shoes, and I'm still just scavenging. Everything's all done. I'm like in for the night. And then I think, I'm going to go get that fucking McDonald's. I put my shoes back on, grab my keys and my wallet, get in my car, and I drive across the street to McDonald's. I get 2 McChickens and a quarter pounder. Sounds pretty good. I'm like, it's not Taco Bell, but it'll work.
They fucked up your order, didn't they?
No.
Ah,
It's even worse.
What?
I get the food and I go home, and I'm happy. I have food. Nothing in the house sounded good. This will suffice over the Taco Bell. Pull out the McChicken, and I take a bite. And it was the most disappointing McChicken I have eaten in my entire life.
Why?
What?
I have never been disappointed by a McChicken.
why?
But this was the old one that sat out 10 minutes before they closed, because they closed at 11. It was crusty. It was like stale. There was like no mayo, hardly any lettuce, and the bun was a little hard. And I was like, I want to crawl into bed and cry. So I powered through the 2 McChickens. And I get to the quarter pounder. And there was so much goddamn mustard on this thing. And usually I don't mind mustard. But there was so fucking much that that's all you could taste.
They drenched it in mustard.
Yep, they sure did. And that was the most disappointing meal I have ever eaten from McDonald's. Ever. I was
That-
so sad. It
What
was
a-
unreal.
What a sorrowful story
That-
about
Fast food.
The strifes and woes.
about the
of-
strifes and woes of life and suicide and redemption,
And I didn't get
and then
redeemed.
falling back down again.
When's Thorpe's redemption arc being aired?
About being kicked but not getting back up.
Staying down and getting chicken
Being
sandwiches
kicked
thrown
and-
at you.
Being kicked and taking a nap.
But Dad told me a cool story. He was flying, down the Magnolia area. You know what that,
yeah. He told me that. You can continue that. I won't
But,
spoil it.
down in Magnolia, there's this drag strip that used to be an airport. My dad was like flying around that area, getting ready. He was coming home, and he gets a call from the control tower, and they're like, "Hey, a plane went down. Can you do some passes and look for it?" And he's like, yeah. So he's flying around, and he sees the fucking plane. They find the plane up on this hill that's like super close to this runway, I guess. But the plane was intact. The pilot landed it fairly well, said there wasn't much damage. The crew was okay. But I just thought that was really interesting to be a pilot and then get asked to look for a downed plane.
Yeah, hey, a plane went down. Can you go search for it? Will do.
Sure.
I was like, has that ever happened? He's like, no, that was the first time that's ever happened. I just think that would be a little weird.
Ominous.
In a plane. Like, you're flying and like, plane went down. Go look for it. That's just kind of weird.
No, you know what'd be worse?
What?
If you're like a captain at sea and like, hey, a ship went down. Can you go look for the crew? That's a little worse.
Where would they be?
Yeah.
Floating.
Like in a car, it's like
Floating.
It's not weird in a car because cars are pedal turn. Like it's cake.
Cars are boring.
Anyone can fucking do it.
Yeah.
But that's different.
A
It's
boat
just
and a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's next level.
Mike was probably upset because it delayed his milk drinking.
And Pepsi.
Should have get home half hour later.
God damn it! I had milk ready.
Anyway, that was my. I'm still upset about it. I really am.
So are you gonna redeem yourself, or are you gonna
When's your redemption?
are you
arc
gonna let
start?
Taco Bell kick you while you're down?
I'm afraid to go back and have them say the same thing. They're like, yeah, we
have
only accept
fears
cash.
now.
You're like, fucking hell, I still only have card.
I have cash on me.
I do have 3 quick things.
I was literally planning on going to Taco Bell tonight, like halfway through the binge, and getting that order.
We should.
All right,
we
we
are.
can.
should.
I
I'm
will
down.
walk.
We
I don't
should.
care.
And then they're like, we can't serve food now. We're out of beef.
Oh
We
my
can't-
God.
What
We're
would
out-
you do? Okay,
we're out of
theoretically, we go there and they're like, hey, we're out of beef.
We're out of food.
What do you do?
I can't get any lower.
Just get more chicken quesadillas.
Do you
get
just
like
torch
4,
the place?
Get like
do you
4 chicken quesadillas and call it a night. I guess.
It has to be that order of a Crunchwrap Supreme, no tomato, Chalupa Supreme, no tomato,
Yeah.
and chicken quesadilla. It has to.
All right.
Nothing will suffice.
So do you buy a bottle of tequila and then use that as a what do they call it?
Molotov.
Well, I
Molotov
couldn't buy
cocktail?
tequila because they won't sell liquor that late.
Vodka,
Well, tequila because it's fitting because it's thematic.
I guess.
I suppose. But no. I wouldn't do that to those employees. They're nice people.
It's
You're
not
a good
their
kid.
fault.
You're a good kid.
It's not their fault. Taco Bell sucks.
You deserve a head pat. You're a good kid.
We'll get into that.
Yes, we will.
I do have a
Yes, we
couple
will.
quick things real fast.
Hit me with it.
All right, first off,
Get it on.
Oh, can we just break that up real quick?
what the fuck was that?
Yes.
We'll get to
Oh
what?
my god. Get on. So,
the
all
fucking bullshit you've been watching. That's what it is.
What's his
MXC.
name? Guy Ledouche.
No, that isn't Guy Ledouche.
That's the main guy.
That's the captain, the corporal, the general,
So,
whatever he is.
I'll make this quick. I'll make this real quick, and then because I want to hear Luke's stories. But all fucking week, Anthony's been sending pictures of the show MXC, like Don't Get Eliminated. It was an old Japanese show from the 80s called Takeshi's Castle, which for American viewers they dubbed, but they just dubbed the voices so stupid and comedically that it's one of like comedy pieces. Just it belongs in a museum with how funny it is.
With
And
ghost
one of the
stories.
characters, it belongs like it's like ghost stories, but it's real. And before they start the match, like there's a bunch of like little games all these people do, and it's Japanese TV to a T. And every single time before they start, there's the guy in his kimono, his just buffed out kimono. And he has a stick,
There's
and he's
two.
like,
He's not in the kimono. There's two
two
guys
of
in the
them, yeah.
kimono. It is
Isn't one Ken?
Vic Romano and Kenny Blankenship. Those are the two. Those are the hosts. They are in these
Yeah.
big, huge fucking kimonos. And then there's a like guy in military attire with a sword,
yeah.
and he goes to all the contestants and he shit talks them and he just berates them. And he goes, "Get it on!" And then they go,
Then they
and then
start.
there's Guy Ledouche, who's the correspondent on the case.
It's just Wipeout.
It is.
It's
exactly
better.
like
It's
Wipeout.
just Japanese Wipeout, but it's so much better.
It's dubbed in English.
It's better because they didn't give a fuck when they were saying words.
Like, there's this one game they do where they have to run up a mountain, and there's this ball that comes down, and then there's people that trip them and attack them, and they have to reach the top of the hill. And they interview each person before they go up the hill, and the things they say is so stupid. Like, I can't even like imagine
One
what they
yesterday I
say.
sent in chat it was a rolling pin one.
Yeah.
And the guy walks. It was like white collars versus blue collars, and just the matchups are fucking stupid. But this guy walks up, and his kid is across the other way, like waiting for him to get there. He walks up and he goes, "If I win, I'm gonna get a Ferrari." Or he goes, "If I win, I'm gonna buy you a car." And he goes to the kid. He goes, "A Ferrari?" He goes, "No way." The dubs are awful. They're so fucking funny.
If I win, I'm gonna buy you a car. A Ferrari? No way.
No way.
Oh, I'm gonna watch those when this is done. Like for sure, those are just so funny.
It's like you just don't know what the fuck is going on. So you just say stuff.
How nostalgic! Luke, have you never seen MXC?
It was on Spike.
No, I never watched it
In
on
like the early
Spike.
2000s.
Oh my
You know what
god,
I
dude!
did watch? I watched Silent Library a lot.
I
love Silent Library.
That one's awesome.
That was a really fun show.
That's a really fun show to watch.
That one was really
And
good.
really fucking stupid.
All right, we've had our nostalgia moment.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, 3 quick things. In upcoming snapshots for Minecraft, they're adding a new mob. It's called the Garg.
The fuck is Guard?
Is
All
it
right.
like purple kind of?
No,
With
so
mouth?
it kind of looks like an iron golem, but it's like a zombie iron golem.
Mhm.
So when you get near it, it gives you slowness, but your hunger meter is always full because you're always gargling these nuts. I can't take credit for that. I found that one. Anyway, moving on to real shit.
It sucks because I was like,
I was in. I was hooked. I was
That's
totally
how you do it. You always
Jonathan the other day showed me a new mob, and I was like, "Oh, is that the one? Is that the one? Is there new information
No,
about
but
the
like-
Garg?"
But those mobs are really cool. I do like them.
Yeah, Gargs are pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I had to. I saw that and I was like, I gotta fucking hit him with it.
Not the podcast without Luke degrading the boys.
Anyway, really, really fast news. Genshin Impact has been under a lot of bullshit recently. I think it was about 2 days ago, one of the Chinese voice actresses for one of the characters was like viciously attacked online verbally, because they don't like the character she plays.
Yeah, I heard about that.
The very next day, Genshin did their 1-year anniversary event that sucks fucking assholes. It might be the single worst 1-year anniversary event any game has ever seen, ever.
I don't even know what
Did
it
you get
was.
10 Primo gems?
Not even. I think you get a total of 5.
Holy
What?
fuck.
I think you get a total of like 5.
That's not even enough for a
over
wish.
over 7 days. So it's like you get 1 something else the second day, 2. Actually, it might be 5 total. I think it's 1 skip, 2 skip, 2 skip, 4 or 5 or something like that.
That is so.
So you get 10 over
terrible.
that. You can get something, but it's like a 10% chance of getting one of like the good event prizes for just playing the game or some shit.
Mhm.
Like people are mad. They're mad. The Google Play Store has dropped the rating of a 4.6 or something like that. It's now a 2 or a 1.9. It's been
I think
fluctuating.
I saw a 1.9.
I've been seeing a
It's-
lot of stuff about it
It's
lately.
been fluctuating hard because that's the only way you can ever stand up to companies like that is by making their fucking Google Play Store tank because then it takes them out of like recommended people's games and shit. So I thought that was really interesting that MiHoYo managed to fuck up that bad.
MiHoYo, yeah.
With Azur Lane being as big as it is and as, good and popular and nobody has complaints about it. They fuck up Genshin bad. They fuck up Honkai Impact bad.
I want them to like.
Isn't that funny?
You know what?
It's a little goofy, a little
It's a little
silly.
goofy.
A little silly.
I was just thinking though, like, man, I really want to play like the Azur Lane for Steam again. I had a lot of fun.
Still
Like
on my
it is
computer.
$60.
Yep, I paid $60 for that. So you're welcome to come over to my house and
Wow.
play it whenever you want.
I will do that. I will at least try to make it worth 20.
At least 20.
Yeah, because I was telling Thor, but I was like,
If they
I was
had-
really thinking about returning it after you played it,
No.
and then you put 2 hours in, and I couldn't
I
return
got
it.
pretty far. If they had all the ships that mobile did, it'd be fucking bussin'. Because then I could make fleets how exactly I wanted.
They did put what's her name, the main ship
In the mobile
Azur
game.
Lane.
Shima,
I have her now.
Shimakaze?
I have her now.
I know, she's bussin'. I liked her a lot.
Oh, big news about Azur Lane. You can now level your ship up to 125, and Yudachi's retrofit is out, so you have to do the event right now.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa.
Enterprise at 125. Let's go.
Zuikaku, 125.
Bismarck.
Bismarck.
Anyway, that's I think that's all I had.
Actually, I just looked at my notes.
I have a crazy random fact.
I have 3 more
This
news
is
things
super
that you-
short
yeah,
and
go
it just
on, go on.
pertains to Luke.
Go into it.
Oh,
I saw this awesome Cheshire loot that I meant to send you but forgot to screenshot.
Can you find it again?
Hopefully. It was great. Sorry, Luke.
it's all good, dude.
I thought of you when
I
I
was
saw
like
it.
really thinking. I was like interested. I was like, dude, Tip's got something big.
Cheshire loot.
No, it's Cheshire.
It was, dude, I was like, whoa.
All right, quick camera break there. But we are back in.
Beer break.
That was a beer break. Beer break.
Beer.
Whale break.
Give me a break.
3 little news things. One of which is kind of really dope. That is that Demon Slayer is the most watched anime like of all time ever.
Whoa.
It reached like 11 million viewers in one night when it was airing. That like crushed records, which is kind of fucking bananas.
Bananas. I don't know what the fuck
I
you want
wouldn't
to
have.
say.
I don't know. It's like surprising, but it's not. It's surprising that something got that popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it really just took off.
Mhm.
Like, absolutely to the moon.
Straight up. That was like Doge for a second. And Demon Slayer.
I
Like
really
Doge.
should sell my Doge.
What's that article saying?
I don't know. I'm reading it right now. Like when you.
I know it helped the economy a lot during the pandemic because it made so much fucking money.
No, all I'm getting is it got a lot of money.
Was it actually a contributor?
I believe so.
That's fucking insane.
I
don't
can't
know,
say
like-
it doesn't because it literally earned 32.47 billion yen,
What?
which beats
32.7 billion.
that was when this article was written last December.
So it's
The
made
one
way
I
more
saw
now.
was on our anime today
Mhm.
about the Demon Slayer thing. It was like it was viewing for one day, or I think it was the train arc. The first episode had like 11 million viewers tune in, which broke like swaths of records.
That is insane.
That's a lot of fucking people
Wow.
watching Demon Slayer.
Mhm.
I wonder what the budget was for Demon Slayer movie.
I'm curious.
It was so good.
It's very good.
Everything about it was just phenomenal.
Oh, it was
Aren't you
great.
excited
It
to
was
wait till
great.
December for the fucking next season?
Yes, I guess. But Japan also got a new prime minister.
They did. Kini, what the fuck is his name? I don't know.
I can't remember.
Everyone calls him Abe's puppet.
Mori?
Yeah.
No, it's not Mori.
No.
It's Kinish. I forget. It starts with a K-I.
I know he's
Um,
LDP, but
Yeah.
he
Japanese.
said that he plans on boosting wages in the anime and manga industry.
Hey,
So that's a big
good.
ups.
Yeah.
All the comments looks pretty positive too. It doesn't seem like it's so good, right?
Google's not updated because it still says Soga.
I know a lot of people on Reddit at least didn't seem like crazy fond of him. I mean, I don't know.
Everyone
shit.
on Reddit was shitting on him
I think
yesterday morning.
they just have a knack for shitting on
Fumio
like everybody.
yeah,
Kishida.
they just what like
Fumio Kishida.
Kishida.
Kishida. Yeah, I knew it started with a K-I. I don't know anything about him or Japanese politics.
Yeah, so I can't say too
Neither
much.
does
yeah.
probably anybody on Reddit.
Yeah,
No, I
probably
know.
nobody.
Yeah, they probably don't know.
They're on Reddit. They're probably like, that man is bad.
Abe.
But I thought it was cool how he actually like brought to light how animators and anyone in that industry kind of make shit money and just kind of get shit on and work way too much.
Yeah,
So that was cool.
For
that
being
is
a
nice.
big
looking out.
export of Japan, you think they would treat him better.
I know,
Honestly,
right?
Yeah.
Like us American weebs, us Western weebs, we eat that shit up.
I say, isn't that
Look, I mean,
weird?
look at us. Look at us. We're fucked.
I've got a
Yeah.
fucking Ishtar figure
We're
at home.
fucked.
We have a fucking Wooby and a Nino and a Sailor
I
Moon
did buy a
and Ram.
Wooby and I bought a Women Wham.
We also, I mean, holy shit, we have a lot of shit here.
We do have a lot of shit just here.
Yeah. And then the last one is sad. One of my favorite stores in
Oh,
Japanese
yeah.
brands, Listen Flavor, is closing their store in Harajuku in November, which makes me very, very sad. That was like the one thing in Harajuku that I had to see that I can no longer go see. And I tried to order from them, but they can't ship overseas due to the pandemic either. So I got fucked out of a hoodie, and now I'm getting fucked out of going to the store.
Yeah, it just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, so
I thought it
that's
was
not
gonna be like I went to the website to buy a hoodie. I couldn't read anything.
There was that too.
too.
So a lot of it was random clicking, but I made my way to the cart. I made my way to the checkout, and I got the confirmation email. And then like an hour later, I got another email saying, "Sorry, we can't ship internationally right now due to the pandemic." I'm like, "Fuck."
That sucks. Yeah,
Did they at least give your money back.
Yeah.
I was legit really sad when you told me that this morning. I was like, that sucks a lot. I really wanted. I used to watch their live streams in the morning. It was just fun to watch.
Listen flavor?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had live streams. Are they archived?
I don't know. You could probably check.
I would like
But yeah,
to see.
they would just go over like looks and like stuff in the store. I'd be like, that looks fucking sweet. I want to go. But now we can't.
Yeah, that made me pretty sad.
Mm-hmm. Not great. Not great at all.
Not bussing.
Yeah, just
Not
another
bussing.
thing ruined by the events of the last year and a half or two.
We don't like the last year.
We do not like the last year.
No, it's like poop jokes.
Yeah.
We hate it.
We hate them. We hate
don't
it.
like poop jokes.
And we don't like the events of last year.
We
So
also
currently
don't
this
like
year-
NTR. We do not like NTR.
We do not
We
like
do
NTR.
not
We,
like NTR.
we hate NTR.
We can understand other things. We do
mind,
not.
Never mind.
What? You got something to say?
Yeah. Never
What?
mind.
Go
Nothing.
for it.
We
Go
don't
for it.
like NTR.
What? You gonna say something?
No.
You gonna support NTR, bud?
No.
Then say what you're gonna say.
No.
Say what you're gonna say.
No, I forget what it is now.
God damn it!
I got too like, oh yeah. Do you guys want me to do anime of the week or give my final synopsis on the show that I unfortunately
Anime
watched
of the week
last week?
first,
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll get angry.
and then we'll
Okay.
get let us laugh, and then we can get mad.
Okay. So my anime of the week, you guys have seen it, so this is more for the audience, and you guys can kind of help me with it.
You alright?
As opposed to like recommending you guys. I want the audience to see it because I feel like this is a underrated anime, but we'll see what happens with it in the future. My anime of the week is Gleipnir. Half off blonde girl vor.
It's fitting. It is fitting.
Right? Right?
Unfortunately, it is fitting.
Claire's into vor.
I guess.
Big vor.
Claire gets bored.
Teddy bear vor.
Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy Fazbear vor.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what is he doing to Chica?
Holy shit! It's Light Yagami. Wow, we really threw it back there, huh?
Yeah. Nino, you're blocking the vor, sorry.
Get on
Anyway,
with the fucking show.
Gleipnir is pretty much a show about this one kid. The first 30 seconds, you're like, oh, he's a normal high school kid. And then you find out he's a fucking bear.
He's a teddy bear.
He's a giant teddy bear. And he doesn't know how he got these powers. And one day, he's walking home from school. He sees a fire. And he's like, oh, no, I could help someone. So he turns into his bear, whatever it is. I don't know if it's a costume, a power, You don't really know a lot. And he saves this girl. Little does he know, he forgot his cell phone. Oh, no. Who was there? Who was the person he saved? Some girl that went to his school. She's like, hey, I want to know why you're a fucking bear. And you're going to tell me. He's like, nah, that wasn't me. She's like, this is your phone, right? He's like, yeah, you were the bear. So they kind of get like this relationship. And she wants to know a lot about him because she also has a lot of, I guess, stories from the past or questions she wants answered. So they kind of team up and they come across all these other spirits, powerful
They're like
people
with the powers.
people
too.
with
people
different
with
powers.
alien powers.
People with alien powers. They come
because
across
they
a lot.
come from aliens.
Yeah. And they team up with some and they have to fight others. And it's just a really good show. It's super engaging. And all the characters are really cool. And a lot of action. And there are some very spicy scenes. But overall, it's a really good show. And the story has a lot more places to go. That's why I want to kind of like push it out there more. Because I really want a season 2. Big vor.
I think like one of my favorite scenes from that show is when the other girl gets forward, not Claire, but the one, and they get
Yes.
crushed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool fucking scene, and it really is like there's a lot of plot there that you don't get any explanation.
Yeah, it makes you really like think. This show makes you think. It's a lot
It's
like
like,
Higurashi. It makes
whoa.
you think a lot.
He's goofy.
Yeah.
There is a lot going on with the show,
Mhm.
and they have to find, what are they, coins? That go
Yeah,
into like a
Yeah,
vending
like
machine.
literally
tokens.
coins that go in a vending machine.
And that's
Yeah.
how they get their powers.
And if they
Like,
find 100, they get superpowers or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each person they're fighting has also found one of these coins and gained powers from this alien guy who is there at this vending machine in a junkyard or some shit.
For some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an alien.
Yeah, whatever.
He's an alien.
I don't know. But the show is very good. It has a lot going for it.
Anyway,
I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but I really did.
I love that show.
I really did too. And like one of the last fight scenes where I don't know if I can say this.
I would
There's a good fight
refrain.
scene towards the end that's just amazing. Like, it's animated so well. So good. So I recommend Gleipnir a lot. There's a lot of stuff for people to take in. Really good story, really good characters, and there are some awesome fighting scenes if you're into that.
So out of 1 to 10, Freddy Fazbear Vor, what do you give Gleipnir?
Dude, honestly, I would give Gleipnir like an 8.5 Freddy Fazbear Vors.
I would agree
8
with
Nights at Freddy's.
8 Nights at Freddy's.
I'd probably give it a 9, honestly.
That's where I was go 8.5. I wanted to say 9. I really did.
I loved that show.
Wasn't it just fucking awesome?
If you want to watch it legally, it's on Funimation, by the way.
It is. It's on Funimation. You can watch it there.
Letting you guys know.
Yeah.
If you don't want to watch it legally, no, I don't give a shit.
If you're into Vor, this is for you.
You're being very misleading because she doesn't technically get vored.
I know. Well, no, you're right.
He's a bear, but he's a costume. He's like a mascot
has a zipper.
costume. So there's a zipper, and she gets in, and his insides are gross, and he's really
they're
squishy,
like really
fleshy.
Yeah, and warm.
It's really disgusting.
She describes what the inside of the bear is like.
Yeah, it is
And
very
so do the
disgusting.
sounds you hear.
She also gets
nasty.
naked to get inside of him.
Yeah.
Wait. Wait.
There's a lot to unpack. In
Moving on.
All right, if for flag breaks, final review. So yeah, I said I'm going to make this quick and to the point, and I will. Before I do begin, I thought it was funny that on our anime, the front page, ironically, there was a clip from If for Flag Breaks. So I decided to go read the comments. This is where I'll get into my review. Everyone was fucking right. It is not good. It is a terrible show, and my hypothesis was 100% incorrect. I thought that I would go in like, hey, maybe I'll have a new respect for this show. Maybe something will change. Maybe I'll have a change of heart. Nope. No. Do yourself the favor. If you haven't seen the show, don't bother with it. If you have seen it again, don't bother rewatching it. Because it will be a fucking waste of your time. And the last 2 episodes really are just fucking out of nowhere. Like, they're just nowhere. They have nothing to do with the plot other than the fact that there's a giant angel boat. And that's not even has to do with the plot because you don't know what the fuck the angel boat is in the beginning. You just hear the word angel boat. It's just terrible. Like, don't watch the show or rewatch it. Just stay away from it. That's it. That's it.
Fucking sucks.
It didn't change my opinion. It made
trash.
it worse, actually. It made my opinion of the show worse.
I could only imagine it did.
It was a fun experiment, but regretful.
I could understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I can't stop.
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
The voice actor that was the class president in that show is the same voice actor from the white-haired girl, I forget her name already, in Katana Gatari.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I was like, how
That makes me mad.
I hope you started with her for flag plates and went up to Katana Gatari, not the other way around. It's like,
when did Katana Gatari come out?
2011.
When did If for Flag Breaks come out?
Good question.
That is a good question. It seemed like an older show.
It does seem like an older show, but I don't know about
I
2011
bet you it's not.
old.
I bet you it's not. Where's the goddamn? All right, you ready for
Jeez.
disappointment?
Jeez.
2014.
Wow.
Ooh.
And I will
Rip.
double check the Katana Gatari. I'm pretty sure it's
What's her name again?
1 second. I can't do
forget.
2010, by the way. I fucked it. Togame.
Kogame, yeah.
In 2010. I was close. I was actually really close for doing that from
You were. You
memory.
said 2011. Yeah, just don't do it. It's not, yeah. You're not missing
fucking
anything.
Still one of my favorite shows ever.
Katana Gatari, absolutely.
If you guys don't know what Katana Gatari is, episode 50, that's when we last did our last anime review, and that's when I actually talked about Katana Gatari. When we did our last seasonal review. Katana Gatari I talked about.
In depth.
I went crazy sicko mode with it, and I recommended a lot of shit that you guys could watch. If you have not watched it, watch it. 1000%. You will not regret it.
I totally reinforce
You
that.
will not regret it. That is one of the best shows I've ever watched, and that is not a subjective opinion. Or objective? One or the other.
Objective.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't speak.
It is a fact. It's not my opinion.
fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah, just go watch
that
it.
it
It's
is one of the
good.
best shows you'll ever watch.
It's amazing.
All right.
Anime reviews?
Anime reviews.
moving on to those?
Sweet. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. First up is Higurashi. Thorpe, you wanted to explain what season 2 of Higurashi was?
All right.
Other than a train wreck?
So if you are new to Higurashi, this is the second part?
Second season. I guess you could call it the second part.
We'll just go with second part. So Higurashi is basically this. A group of kids in a village called Hinamizawa go through loops where terrible things happen to them in each loop. That's like the most basic rundown version of what this show is.
It's good enough.
I don't know why. I really took a liking to Higurashi, both parts. This show was just like really, really good to me. I've said this before. I think we reviewed this before, the first part at least.
We reviewed the first part when it came out.
But the psychological horror thing is amazing to me. I love it. I think the second half I do have my gripes with. How deep should I go? I don't know if I want to spoil.
We'll just do a rough outline. I don't want to go too deep.
Don't go into spoilers. Just like do a quick rundown.
Okay.
Of what, like we'll all do. We'll fucking get to that.
Yeah.
Because we have the what would you change part.
All right. It basically takes what happens in the first half of the show and gives it a different perspective. That's what the second half is most of the time. And at first, I thought that was really cool. And then it kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And it got old. But I think the last 3 episodes is when it really changed. And we got a lot of plot. New things were happening. And I really started to get back into it. I like how it ended. I really do. I think it had a good ending. And I'm very happy with where the show went overall.
All right. Moving on to the 4 questions.
Let's go.
Everybody's favorite character.
Rika.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rika.
I gotta go Rika. She's just so fucking
Yeah,
cute.
Rika's awesome.
What was your favorite part of the second season? Second season only.
Favorite
Remember, don't go into first season bullshit.
I'm gonna take it back to the beginning of the first part, or the second part. Right when we got into it, I really liked the second perspective thing. At first, I really liked that. I thought it was super cool.
Alex?
Oh, me. I really did enjoy the second perspective thing, specifically the arc with her uncle. I don't know why. It was cool to see what was actually going on behind the scenes. But I think my favorite, honestly, was when Rika, basically the last like couple episodes so far, when things start to just really change and Rika picks up on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think mine was literally the first 2 episodes, the Reina arc.
The Reina arc, dude,
yes.
that was awesome.
That was
really
awesome
good.
and really fucked.
Yeah, I
like
loved
super fucked.
I loved the Reina arc.
That was where I
Loved
was
it.
like, this is cool. And then after that, I was like, this kind of is not that cool
Wait,
anymore.
Mion arc, what?
But, all right, why are we still on the Mion arc? Why?
It dragged for a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
Uncle arc. 4th episode of Uncle arc.
The uncle arc took forever.
All right, what would you change? I've actually thought about this a lot.
What would I change? I was happy with the ending, so I would not change that. I wouldn't have minded if the show was shorter in episodes and we got rid of some of the rewash, different perspective. I thought it was really cool in the beginning how they did that, but I don't think we needed to see like 4 or 5 arcs with it.
I'm with it. I'm the exact same with Anthony.
So I thought about this a lot the past couple of days because I was like, the ending to me was okay. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was like okay, I guess. They gave a happy ending for whatever reason in a show that I kind of was actually hoping for a bad ending.
Yeah.
I was really hoping for a really bad ending, which is not common for me. I'd say it's very rare for me to want a bad ending. What I would actually change with the show is all of the flashback arc from the first season, move that to the second season, do 2 or 3 episodes of different perspective, and then end it the same way. And I think you would have a show that flows a lot better.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I can agree with that
I
too.
thought about this for so long because the second season's 15 episodes.
I know.
15, what the hell was that?
That's a weird number.
It's a goofy number. So if they're going to do that, they could have made the first season like 15 episodes or whatever it ended before when Sadako did the whoosh and her eyes went and her eyes went burnt and you're like, what the hell is this?
Her eyes went burnt.
And then it went back in time for whatever reason. If they would have started the second season with like a time skip whatever bullshit and then they went and they were like, all right, here's like different perspective and how Satako's a shitter. And then they were like, here's moving on. You get a show now. I think that would have probably been the best way to do it.
I agree with that. I can settle.
Would you recommend it, and to whom would you recommend it?
I would 100% recommend this show to anyone who is into horror, action, just spooky things, and who just enjoys shows with a good immersive plot.
I would recommend it. Basically to the same people, but I'd also like challenge people who don't usually watch that to watch it because it might change their perspective, especially the first season.
I don't think I'd recommend it to people. Honestly, I think
Really?
the second season ruins it so bad.
I don't see. I disagree.
I
disagree.
also disagree.
Because, like, especially with people who watch horror shows, like, you watch them because you don't know what to expect. Why would you want to watch a whole second season where you know everything that's going to happen?
That's fair, but I mean,
which is where I was, because I really like horror shows.
While I did think it dragged on, and I knew what was going to happen, I really, even throughout the whole second season, I enjoyed seeing the second perspective because there were things that I didn't know that got the way they were through that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool seeing how things played out that way.
It helped answer a lot of questions.
I mean, like I said, it's probably not for everyone. I know
No,
the
absolutely
second
not.
season's definitely getting like a lot more dislikes than the first season.
Oh yeah,
by probably a decent margin,
Mhm.
if I had to guess. Because like I said, they just took the same exact show, aired it the second time for
Mhm.
12 episodes, and then they were like, "Ooh, shonen anime!" Like, it's just it's a little too all over the place for me to recommend it to someone. I think up until Satoko's eyes go burr, I'd recommend it to someone,
Uh-huh.
and then once they do the back pass thing that nobody would have fucking understood
Yeah.
unless you thought about it for more than goddamn an hour and a half.
unless you sat down.
Mm-hmm.
When I figured it out, when I sent that message, I was in bed laying down and I couldn't sleep because I was trying to figure out what the fuck happened. And I finally made my theory and it turned out to be right somehow. And that was me guessing. I was grasping at straws because it didn't make any sense. It literally made no sense how the flow of that show
I think that kind of shows the immersion of the show itself, that you couldn't sleep because you were thinking about. Like, I know it's not like
But it wasn't like
100%, but I think it goes to show that it has that immersion that
But it wasn't-
I really like.
my thing was, it's like I wasn't up thinking about it because I enjoyed what happened. I was up thinking about it because I had no fucking clue what happened.
I think it's part of
It's
it.
a positive and a negative.
Like it depends on how you look at it. I see that as a negative because if I was up thinking about a show and trying to figure out what happened, it's because I really liked it. But I was more sitting there trying to figure out what happened because it didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It legitimately did not make any sense.
It makes you think
until-
about it, but it's not always in a good way.
Yeah,
My
like
opinion stands.
I mean that's what these are. These are opinions.
Yeah. No
So-
facts here.
No facts here,
No
only
facts,
opinions.
Only opinions.
No facts, only opinions.
Adam Knight, what are your opinions?
Give us facts.
Give us facts. All right, up next is Girlfriend. Tip, you want to run us through what Girlfriend is
Oh yeah,
about?
this train wreck.
You can't wait for us to all shit on this show.
All right, so girlfriend. I have pretty much guy gets confessed to by small girl. Already has a girlfriend though. Decides to ask his current girlfriend, "Hey, this girl's really cute. Can I date both of you?" She gets super pissed, but for some reason she reluctantly agrees. And what did I put here? Shenanigans ensue. Shenanigans ensue. Like all these crazy things happen. Like this blonde tsundere who's voiced by my girl Nino. She just comes by and she's like, "I'm a Me Tuber. Let's fuck." But she's
Essentially.
embarrassed, but she wants him to like him. And then the cool white-haired beauty comes in. She's like, "Hey, my friend's being 2-timed. No, wait, it's actually 3-timed. What the fuck's going on?"
I'm also in love with him now.
And now I love him for some reason. Shenanigans ensues. It's just a goofy times 10 goofy show. And
Yeah.
it's so much fun to watch.
All right, on to the questions. Favorite character? Thorpe, would you like to go first? Because I thought of one and mine's really vain why I chose her.
This is hard because I really like them all, like a lot. But I'm probably going to go Saki-chan.
Okay.
All right, respectable.
I like the blonde-haired tsundere twin tails. I forget her name.
I fuck with it. I can't just.
The Me
I can't
Tuber.
say that's a bad
I
opinion.
forget her name.
Are you ready for how shitty mine's going to be because I couldn't decide?
Yeah.
I chose the class rep because she has white hair and I like white-haired anime girls.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Look, in the last
Like-
couple episodes, she was hardly in the show in the beginning, and I'm like, okay, what?
And then
what's
she's
her
in like
fucking
the
deal?
last 2
And she's
episodes.
And then
a champ in the end.
I was in. I was like, okay, like if
When they
if
fell
you're
out of
best
the
girl,
onsen, I was
I'm
like,
okay
yo,
with that.
wait,
Uh-huh.
hold
I was
wait.
literally like, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I don't know who the fuck my favorite character is. She has white hair. I like her.
You know what I
Why
did
do you
love
think I
that
like
they
Togame?
did with what's the first girl, blue-haired girl's name?
Nagisa. Is it Mina?
Nagisa. It's Nagisa. Yeah.
Is it?
Well, it's Nagisa
It
because
is.
her Minase-san.
Yeah. Whatever it is. I'll call her Nagisa. Whenever she would like pout, they would do the little doggy.
The puppy noise.
That was like one of my favorite little things throughout the whole show.
Oh, geez.
Love that.
Well, that
love
answers what's your favorite part.
that. It was that.
Thanks for skipping, bud.
Oh, well,
It was-
geez.
The puppy pout was your favorite.
I loved it.
What was
I
your
loved it.
favorite part, Thorpe?
The fucking.
I have one more favorite part too after you.
I would probably say the hot spring.
The hot spring.
That was going to be mine, dude. Just the hot spring in general.
The hot
Yeah.
spring was goofy, but I fucking lost it when when Saki-chan lied about girls being in heat.
Oh my god. That was.
She's like, she doesn't really love you. She's just in heat. And he's like, I'm sorry you're in heat.
Can I
Oh my
do
God.
something?
Holy fuck.
I fucking lost it.
That was
so funny.
stupid. All right, what would you change about the show? Anything?
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't change a goddamn thing.
Nothing. Not a thing.
I wouldn't change anything except maybe make the main character less fucking stupid.
But his stupidity was what made it so funny
It is.
too.
He is brutally honest, and he has no idea.
And he's just so stupid.
He's dumb as hell, dude. Like, I mean, just a little less stupid and I would have been fine with it. But like, he is like
He's epitome of
Like a
full-
dumbass. Just a
Just
dumbass.
Like, he is what makes it generic, funny, haha anime.
Yeah.
Like, it's because of him.
You know what I also really liked?
What?
When Saki-chan was watching Nagisa and main dude like kiss, she's like, "Wait, do I like NTR now? Do I have an
Oh,
NTR?"
yeah, that was
fetish?
pretty
Hold
good.
on, I like
What?
that. It was funny.
What?
I understood
The
that.
show had a lot of funnies.
Would you recommend it and to whom?
I would recommend this show to someone who does not take anime seriously, or like, I guess that's weird phrase,
Yeah.
not great, but I would recommend it to someone who can watch the funny ha-has and not be too critical on how a show is with plot, and just sit back and enjoy a show.
I'm kind of. That's about all I'd recommend it to. I mean, not necessarily. Like, hey, do you want to waste like 3 hours? Watch this, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, yeah, like,
it's like someone who's okay with just killing the time.
Yeah, like I got a long flight.
you
What
got
do I
time
do?
to kill. Here you go.
There's some etchy scenes too for the people that like that. But if you like plot, this is the no. Just no.
I know that we shit on it pretty hard in the mid-season review. It's still fucking stupid.
It
Don't
is.
get me
It's
wrong.
still
It's
stupid.
still absolutely fucking
Yeah.
stupid. I do want to clarify. I still liked the show then, and I do like the show
Mhm.
now.
We like girlfriend.
We like it. We don't love it.
We like it.
We like it.
It is
It's
fun.
It is fun.
It's that friend that you see every other year, and you're like, I'm having a good time, but I don't need to see you more than this.
Yeah. This is fun every once in a while.
I would honestly recommend it to people if you're okay with watching a show that is dumb as hell and you can turn your brain off and watch it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is one of those.
What's next?
Remake Our Life.
Here we go.
So, Remake Our Life is about a man who goes back in time to change his life for the better. He wants to be a part of a group of artists known as the Platinum Generation, but he ends up making a bunch of whoopsies. And that is my rundown of what the show is.
That's accurate.
I feel like I nailed it, honestly. I feel
you
like
did.
that.
I would say so.
I feel like I made it perfect. So, who was your guys' favorite character? Because I don't know if I can choose.
There's two, and I think we all know who the two are.
I think we all have the same too.
I have 3.
Three.
You don't like Nana?
I do.
Love
You
Nana.
don't
but
like
she's
Nanako?
awesome.
You don't
I
like
love-
Nanako?
I
She's
do.
not up
Shut
there?
the-
She's not up there?
She is. She's up there,
Oh, really?
but she doesn't compare with Blue Hair Girl and Kawasegawa.
I'm with Thor.
She's just not. She wasn't
I'm
in the
with
show
Thor.
enough. Honestly,
I'm with Thor.
Disrespectful.
She was epic. She was
Disrespectful.
epic. The pink hair girl was pretty fucking cool too.
The little
pink-haired
lolly.
lolly.
She wasn't a lolly. She was
She was
out
a
in college.
plus.
She was Laplace's
She
demon.
really was. Holy fuck.
Like, what the fuck? Can we, like, stop that? Like,
No,
that
we can
cliche?
never.
If I had to pick one, it's blue hair girl.
Blue hair girl.
Kawasegawa.
I
See,
respect
I
that.
teeter between Kawasegawa and blue haired girl.
Can't believe you don't even say her name or even her nickname.
I don't read.
Shinoaki, dumbass.
I can't
Shinoaki.
read. I cannot read.
Lick balls.
Shinoaki.
What was your favorite part? Let's mix it up. Tip, what was your favorite part?
What was my favorite part? I liked when they were like just starting making the game, like when they were working together and nothing was wrong, and like it was just kind of let's make a game, let's have fun, let's work at the things we like, before all the drama came.
I liked it before even the game was involved. When they just started, they just all met each other.
It was just kind
It
of
was
school
just
life.
It was just slice of life.
Mhm. I like
happy,
that too.
fun.
I think my favorite part was the first episode.
Low key, same.
I really liked the showing of him like struggling in life and not happy where he was and everything, and then he goes back in time. I thought they did that like perfect. Recommendations.
I would recommend this show. I would. It was a very good show. To someone, I feel like if you like, honestly, like this is a pretty broad show. It's not like too lewd. It has a good story and it's easy to follow. I mean, it fits a pretty broad narrative of people.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, if you just like shonen, don't.
Yeah.
It's pretty slice of lifey.
Yeah, it's honestly a hard show to recommend because there's not really like a specific genre for it. It is slice of lifey, but it's not what you would normally get.
It's like a sci-fi slice of life.
Sci-fi. Slice
That's
of
about
life.
like the best
Yeah.
way to describe
I
it.
would and I wouldn't. You know, it'd have to be the right situation in person.
Yeah, I think it depends on the person if I would recommend it or not.
Yeah.
I do think that I'm with Thort though. If you only like shonens, it's not for you.
No.
It's not.
There's probably no shows that that we watched that aired if you only like shonen. Just people would probably wouldn't like.
I mean, I watch a lot of the shonen shit that comes out. You watched Fire Force?
Fire Force was awesome.
It's a shonen.
Did
That's
it come
true.
out this season? Or was there
No,
more?
not this season, but like I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like this season really didn't have a shonen that
No,
came out.
No.
Yeah.
Oh well, I guess Slime Part 2, Season 2 Part 2 came out.
You could probably.
Yeah.
There's enough.
Yeah.
going
We'll
on
throw
there.
it in there.
Anyway. Up
Thorpe's
next
up.
is Duke of Death and His Maid
Duke of Death and his mate.
by Thorpe.
Finna act up.
Straight up.
All right, the Duke of Death and his maid. A boy born to a wealthy family is cursed at a young age by a witch. Everything he touches dies. Now he must try and break the curse with the maid that he loves.
Before we get into it, second season is confirmed.
Fuck yes.
First
I
off.
needed that. I really needed
First
that.
off. All right. Everybody's favorite character is probably the exact
We're
same.
just supposed to say it at the same time.
Do we know her name? Or are we just going to say?
We're just gonna say what she is.
All right.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Maid.
It's that easy. I
It-
loved
it's
his little
that easy.
sister, though. His little
little
sister
sister
was
was a pog
awesome.
champ.
And the
Cuff was awesome.
Cuff was
awesome.
banging.
His little sister was awesome.
His little sister and Cuff both pogged off. His little sister was dense.
She was dumb as fuck.
She was an airhead. Favorite part of the show.
Favorite part of the show.
This is like the hardest question for me because while I did look forward to it every week, I don't really feel like I remember everything that happened in the show.
A lot of it wasn't like super plot heavy.
No,
there
it
were
was-
a couple episodes that you found things out, but for the most part, it was just everyday life.
Yeah, like it was very mundane.
Yeah. I'd say at least the tail end of the show.
The tail end
You
had a lot.
learn a lot more. You
Yeah.
get really in depth with the plot comparatively to the beginning.
My favorite part was when he met Cuff.
Really?
Yeah, because he was looking for
The ring?
The ring.
The ring outside?
no, the
It was-
earring.
Oh,
earring,
that was it.
yeah.
The earring
out in the
outside, and
snow.
Cuff's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "I'm looking for this," and he's like ready to die. So she set everything on fire
Yeah, let me
and
warm
found it.
you up.
And she was like, Because it kind of like showed how he can bring out the human in people that don't really get that kind of stuff since she's a witch. So she didn't interact with humans much before.
I guess I can't really pinpoint one thing that I was like, fuck yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I just enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Very thoroughly.
Honestly, same.
Very thoroughly.
Is there anything you would change?
No, not a damn thing.
I thought I would be really off-put by the 3D going on.
And I wouldn't change it at this point.
Loved it.
I
thought
really,
they did an awesome
it was
job.
like one of the best inputs of 3D animation that I've ever seen. And for an entire 12 episodes to do that, plus more coming, fucking bravo.
Yeah,
The only thing I didn't like is like when they walked, because it was very clunky.
It did look a little clunky.
It like the horses.
The horses were a little clunky.
The horses. I would change the horses.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with the horses. Sure. We'll change something.
Because now I thought about it, I'm like, the horses did kind of look like pudding. So
Just see a couple snack packs pulling a fucking carriage.
Some Swiss Miss up in here.
Recommendation.
I would recommend. It was a fun show. I would, if someone was like, "Hey, what's a fun kind of rom-com that I could watch?" I would recommend the show to someone who asked for something like that.
I would recommend it to a lot of people because I don't see it as just a rom-com. I see it as a story with a lot of depth.
My only issue with that is that story in depth doesn't span out through like 12 episodes.
We don't know it yet, yeah. But it kept me very engaged for 12 episodes. And I know it would hopefully we'll do it again.
I mean, you're also built different. Like most people aren't like you.
Ooh, yeah, but I think a lot more people could enjoy this than say like Remake Our Life. I think it's easier to watch, honestly. That's my humble opinion.
Sorry, I'm like trying to think if I agree with Tip or not. Not like I'm trying to find a way to argue with you. Like I'm just trying to think about what you're saying. I'm like,
no.
Do I?
No,
No.
I can't do this anymore.
I would recommend it, but kind of like Tip said, unlike Remake Our Life, I'd probably give it to a wider audience. It's definitely very more rom-com than it is Remake Our Life is, but it's also like really weirdly story driven.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have an underlying story, and if you can see that that's carrying this whole show, and you're fine with that, you would like it.
You know what I love about this show? So the maid, right? She makes a fella act up on God for real. Sheesh.
On God.
Sheesh. Like
on God.
The maid is she's just built different, right? And we have our main character, little goober boy.
The little goober boy.
This is weird to say, like it's really weird to say, but like I would rather have say I was in that universe, him get the maid than me. Just because he's wholesome, he's really nice, and I really like his character. They have good
chemistry.
They do. Like they're just a perfect couple.
Yeah,
and the fact that they cannot do anything but talk is like, I'm like, man, I hope you just win. Like I just want you to win, bro.
I like the main character a lot too.
I really like him.
Honestly, if they didn't confirm the second season, what I would change is the whole fucking show because it didn't end how I wanted it to.
All right, episode 11, you're gonna fix the curse. 12, you're gonna bang, and then that's it. Then you're gonna get
we're gonna get a future
cutscene.
We're gonna get a future cutscene. They're gonna have a kid and be nice and married.
Yeah,
it'll be happy. And then they ended it, and I was like, I'm mad. And then they're like, second season, I was like, I'm happy.
I'm still a little mad.
But I'm a little upset, but it might work out. I can't read.
Before we do leave the show, you know who else was an awesome character?
The butler.
The butler.
Yeah, he was kind of.
Yes, he was.
He was a champ.
He was also a little dense.
I thought he was cool as a fucking cucumber when he was out on the stairs smoking a ciggy.
I know. I was like, dude.
I'm like, what a fucking Billy Badass doing over
this
here.
This dude's vibing dirty, looking hard as fuck in his two-piece suit
with his eye patch.
Yeah,
like what a fucking hard ass in a good way.
He's missing his eye or something. We don't know.
What's going on.
We don't know. He had an eye patch on when Goober Boy was a kid.
Yeah. All right.
On to the next one is Kobayashi Season 2. Tippers.
Wait, can we take a break? I have to piss, and we can let the cameras go.
Beer break.
Beer break.
All right, Tip, hit us with the Kobayashi.
All right, so we finally got a Kyoto animation show this year. Kobayashi Dragon Maid Season 2. Very happy that came out. For those of you that don't know Kobayashi, basically it's this second season at least. Basically, it's the same slice of life that we loved the first season for. We learn more about each character and get to relish in the daily lives and relationships. We also get a new dragon. There's really nothing new except the dragon.
Big Opie dragon.
Big Opie lolly dragon.
She's not a lolly though.
I know, but anyway,
People
she's a
suck.
dragon.
All right, the hardest question in the world. Who's your favorite character?
Am I going first?
Sure.
Toru.
Kana.
I respect it.
Kamui.
Kana. She go
She go to
She
New
did do
York.
an alm.
She go and she go, let me power your computer let me power this hair dryer real fast, Kobayashi. She put it into her fucking tail.
Let me go on an adventure where the river meets the other river.
to see something.
Just to
And
go,
then
they
there's
had to prove
Elma
it.
taking a bath that everybody can
Yeah.
see. Fucking Jesus Christ. What was your favorite part of season 2?
Favorite part of season 2? When Kobayashi got a job at the Maid Cafe.
Episode 1. That was base, dude. Her outfit was awesome.
That and her outfit where she was the neighborhood patrol.
Yeah, I like
dress.
with Elma.
But you said Kobayashi.
Or fucking
Toru.
Goober boy.
For me, my favorite part wasn't a particular scene. It was kind of a theme they threw in throughout the show, more so than season 1. They had like these scenes or moments where they were way more genuine and like deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Kobayashi would often think like, I don't deserve Toru. Like she's way better than me and stuff like that. I liked those scenes a lot. They were really prominent through the second season, I noticed.
I like the overarching idea of what is being a human.
I noticed that too, because it came up a lot.
Like,
Especially towards the end.
well,
Mhm.
and towards the beginning with Lulu when she first showed up,
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
trying to figure out like what does it mean to be human. I really like that. It was like really weird because it's super meta for a show.
I know,
like that.
and I was like, it
After
got
the-
me thinking, like, what does it mean to be human?
After
you
the
know?
whole first season was, I kind of eat crab. Fucking
Ha, ha,
Toru jumps on
Assault
seesaw.
Shoda.
Luko was assaulting the Shota. Haha, it's so funny. Fafnir's a goddamn degenerate. And then
Yeah.
they're like, what's it mean to be human?
Like, when
what?
did this happen? What is going
What?
on here? I just want Idudu to run the candy store.
Pretty sure none of us would change anything.
Not
not a damn thing.
And then I feel like we've gone through who we'd recommend Kobayashi to, but
Mhm.
anybody? Everybody?
I would say everybody
Everybody.
who has eyes and can fucking hear.
Yeah. Helen Keller, you're out of the question.
Sorry, Helen.
Sorry,
You're also
Helen.
dead.
Maybe next time.
R.I.P. Helen Keller. You would have loved Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Helen Keller would have loved Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh,
It's a KyoAni show, and I would shove that down someone's throat. As annoying as that is, it's just
I would too.
It is just. An
I would
amazing
shove
show.
any KyoAni show down
Yeah.
someone's throat.
There's none that are
I
bad.
mean,
They just
Fuck.
do everything to perfection.
Mhm.
Fuck,
really
Violet
do.
Evergarden is still one of my top 10 favorite animes.
Yeah. And
So
dude, they
good.
came out with the fucking heat after their hiatus. The
Yeah,
fucking heat.
they
There were so
dropped it.
many little things in this show that they're like, you know what? Let's just fucking do it. Just
This
to
show
flex
had
because
better
we're
fight
KyoAni.
scenes than anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit, they put so much effort into these fights, especially with Toru and Elma.
Oh, that was Pog.
My favorite part is something we already talked about. They made Americans look like people.
That was
did.
amazing.
I was like, holy shit! They're not all blonde and fat or overly muscular. They don't all eat hamburger.
They actually captured like diversity in New York City.
Yeah, they captured real New York.
They don't all eat hamburger.
I don't really think it's that common for gangsters to chase small girls though. In New York.
Or like lollies with black credit cards.
Yeah, I was about to say like
I don't know. I think
the
that's
only
more
thing
common than
I
think the
didn't
other
like
one.
is that she was like, I'm from Minnesota. And they're like, it's right over
It was
there.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
It's
It
right
was
over there.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. She's like, it's right there. It's
And
like
she
no,
was in
it's-
New York.
No, it's not. It
Yeah.
is not right
I was
next
like,
to
no,
New
dude, they're-
York.
They're like 20 hours apart.
Yeah, even like by flight, way closer. But you're not gonna be like, my house is right over there. Like you're not.
But
You're
what about by dragon?
She's literally 10. Do you think she knows which direction she's going?
She knows she's got to go west. That's
She
it.
can't even buy a hot dog.
Because she
What
only
makes
has
you
a
think she
credit
could fly
card.
to Wisconsin?
Oh, she did it.
Yeah, how'd she get to New York from Wisconsin? Anyway,
I don't know.
I
A lot of
digress.
questions there, but a lot. Yeah,
I digress.
I digress.
I digress.
Shout out to Marcus.
Shout out to Marcus.
Anyway, any hoot. Moving on. To your eternity tip.
Oh, all right.
Knock us out of the park with all the
Whoa.
shit that you watched.
To eternity. I just put basically the story of evolving life. It takes you on a journey of different types of relationships with our main character Fushi, who has a special power to live eternally and transform into dead beings or anything that causes stimulation to him. So, To Your Eternity is pretty much the story of Fushi, like the story of kind of how, if life could live eternally, how maybe it would evolve. It shows the different relationships you can get in, and not all human. The animals, humans, old people.
Old people aren't human.
It's a bomb ass show. So let's get into this.
All right. Once again, before we get started, it is confirmed for a second season.
Mm-hmm.
It better be.
So I think that is actually set to come out next year, I believe. Anyway,
Let's hope.
everybody's favorite character.
Thor.
This one's a little hard.
Yeah, you're kind of met with so many, but you don't.
It's like you're met with a ton, and you really get to know a lot of them very well.
Yeah, I know my favorite character.
Mine's probably. I'm gonna say Fushi.
Mhm.
I enjoyed him. Different. His progression was awesome. You saw him go from a fucking rock to someone who can't understand the language to learning the language
Yeah.
to gaining feelings for like all these people and getting his own self-awareness.
That was really cool to see throughout the show. Just an interesting point. I just think it's really weird. It's like, who is Fushi or what is Fushi? You know, like how it obviously he's a main character, but like who or what is Fushi? You know, it's what begs the question because you say it's your favorite character. But I'm like, what exactly is Fushi? Is he a rock? Is he a
He's not
dog?
even a fucking rock. He turns into the
he's
goddamn rock.
he's like a spirit. It's weird.
He's an idea.
He's an
Yeah.
idea. Fushi's an idea.
I like the
He's a
idea.
religion.
Fushi-dia.
He's in a religion now. For me, my favorite character is Marchie.
Machi.
Oh, God.
She wins. I
Oh.
loved
Oh.
Marchie.
Oh,
Rip, dude. Yeah, I know.
Sad.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
Oh, no.
She could climb a tree like no one's business.
I'm between Fushi and God. What was her fucking name?
What era?
Not
was she?
Pirona, because she was the old lady, right?
Yeah.
It was the girl that he turned into last because crazy bitch killed her.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. The
What the
Marchie's like older
fuck was
sister.
her
Yeah.
name?
Yeah. I forget her name.
I cannot, but her character was really cool.
I
Actually,
really
And-
liked her character.
She was a badass.
And like Thorpe said, they went in depth with every single character so well in a short time.
They did.
You weren't hanging on to people for
Yeah.
countless episodes that drag on.
I mean, just the first episode alone, it hit you with the fucking feels, man.
Oh God, I cried.
You're like,
Cried
I
whoa.
fucking
cried.
child.
I was so sad.
I just think it's really cool the fact that this show you cannot forget the other characters throughout the show. You
No.
are literally reminded of them every episode.
At the end of
So
every
you have
episode,
to, it's like you were actually their friend, and you have to like live. You have to like triumph or overcome their death.
at the end
You
of
have
every episode,
have to like just accept it.
you get the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah,
everyone
that
he's
was
met.
hard, man. That was hard, man.
God,
yeah,
Jesus,
fuck,
that-
man, that was hard.
That show hurts, dude.
Such a good show. The concept of the show was so out there, and they just hit it. They hit it with a hammer, dude. And like
Oh,
it was so good.
favorite part. Tip, you got it.
I
Or
do.
you still thinking?
I do.
Go for it.
I don't know her name, but I really, really thought it was cool how they kept introducing that one shitter girl who tried to
Oh,
capture
yeah.
March and sacrifice her,
Mhm.
and then she comes back, and then she comes back at the end, and
Yeah,
then she finally meets her fucking demise like she should.
She sucked.
She sucks.
She sucked hard.
She sucked hard.
Big bad.
I don't know if I can pinpoint one favorite part for me because there's like a couple that I've almost got tied. The first one is the first episode when the it's not really a spoiler. It's the first fucking episode. If you haven't watched it by now and you're going to watch it, it's not going to spoil shit.
Yeah, it's episode 1.
In the first episode, when Fushi turns into a dog, he then meets the dog's owner, and the owner dies. And I really liked that Fushi didn't understand.
I know.
That was it hurt. It hurt so bad, and it made me even more sad when he didn't understand, but I loved that. Because it really showed that he just didn't know what the fuck was going on in the world.
It made me happy that the guy that died understood. Like, he thought that was his dog, so he was overjoyed that it came back. I mean, it didn't. Fushi didn't know shit, but...
And the dog didn't come
You just
back.
got me, like, thinking now that his dog, his real dog, died out in the cold, and his dog never came. Oh, fuck.
Damn,
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, doesn't that
Damn
hurt?
it.
Doesn't that hurt?
Now the first episode's way more sad than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That shit hurts.
Damn.
Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I had a couple more examples. I know another one that I really liked was just the overarching idea of, again, what is being human?
Yeah.
Except this one does it a little bit more than Kobayashi's did.
It does, yeah.
Kobayashi, they kind of just ask the question, whereas this whole show is kind of like, what makes Fushi different from everyone else?
Yeah.
Why is he treated differently? Why does he have these powers? Why is he special? And then probably the only other thing that I can think of is when he loses his memories because of the knockers, when he's trying to remember who Marchie is. That was really fucking cool, hard, weird, rough.
Just, I don't know
something like it's so hard to describe this show. It's interesting.
It is, yeah.
So like that's probably my 3.
Would you guys recommend it?
Thorpe to his.
Oh, he didn't do his favorite part.
No,
I don't even know, because, I mean, if I were to say one, it might be when they went to the prison island. Actually, no.
Really?
No. It was, I thought Tonari was an awesome character. I loved her. And all those other kids, they were fucking cool. But I think my favorite was when, right in the beginning, when they met up with March, and they got to know him, and then they got taken away for the sacrifice thing. That whole plot, because to my understanding, what I thought was going to happen was that was going to be the show. Those were going to be the characters in the show. And then I'm met with this just sadness right afterwards. I'm like, fucking hell, where are we going from here? Just left with I don't know what the fuck is coming next.
Yeah.
I just remember the end of the show with the Perona arc.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
The show hurts so
Moment
bad.
of silence.
God, Jesus
really
Christ.
hurts.
I thought of it and I was like, I'm not going to cry.
Oh, man, her downward.
Yeah, yep.
Fucking
Yep, that's
hell,
what
'cause
I
she was-
thought about.
She was with him the entire show.
Uh-huh.
The entire show.
Yeah.
That show tackles so much. It is a lot to take in.
It is.
Nothing we would change.
No.
I wouldn't change it.
I already
either.
know there's
I
nothing we would
either.
change. So would you recommend it?
Absolutely. To everyone.
1,000%.
To
Not
everyone.
a single person I wouldn't recommend it to.
To everyone.
I think it's one of those shows that everybody could get something out of, no matter
Yeah, I
what you
agree.
like.
It's just a 10 out of 10, dude. Day and night.
Fuck.
What's next?
Sorry, I'm like,
I
I'm
know,
really
dude,
not
I'm like
okay.
taking it all in now, like,
I'm really not okay.
I'm like reliving the show, and I'm like,
I know, and I'm just reliving all the fucking sadness.
Right. Like you guys brought up points, and then I thought about them a little more in depth. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that hurts so much more.
like, dude,
thinking
when
about it.
I forget the dude's name, when he was with the old man, Piran, the little girl.
In
Oh,
the
yeah,
fucking
and,
house.
I forget his name.
Dude.
It was like Booze Man.
Booze Man.
Booze Man
Yeah,
and
like that whole arc, like that
like,
was like the family arc, man. Like he had somewhere he belonged, and then shit hit the fan.
and they taught him everything he needed to know
Yeah.
in life. And
God, that was rough. That
son
one
of
was
a
tough too.
bitch, dude. All right, on to the shit that Tippy didn't watch, and Thorpe and I did.
Or do you want me to do?
Well, do you want to do that, or do you want to do all three, like, or do you want to do like you and me at the end where we do individual shit? It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. So on to the shit that only Thorpe and I watched. So we're gonna start with Villainess. Thorpe, would you like to explain what Villainess is in general and season 2?
Okay, in general, my next life as a villainess is a girl is reincarnated into another world where she is a noble and realizes this world is exactly like a video game she used to play. She must beat the flags and get a good ending. The show is a reverse harem. They are all obsessed with Katarina Kleiss. Kleiss. Season 2 is essentially kind of the same as season 1. It has less to do with breaking the flags and not getting the bad ending, and it's just more so getting on with life, really. It kind of lost me, not gonna lie. Like, the first season was good. I really enjoyed it. And then as the second season progressed, I became less and less interested. Overall. It just got pretty boring through. After episode 4 or 5, I was like, I gotta power through this on Friday.
Fridays really started to suck later in the season. A movie is confirmed though.
I mean, I'll watch it, but
yeah, I will. I mean, who knows? It'll probably go differently since it's literally the second Fortune Lover game with new characters that she has to win over now or some shit.
Because we saw that at the end of season 2.
So I mean, it's a fun show, honestly.
It is.
Just
Katarina's an awesome character. She's goofy as fuck. She's
dumb.
She's dumb as shit.
Dumb. But I think it's just one of those shows where its second season just kind of lacks after so long.
Yeah.
Because they ran out of things they could do with it. Who was your favorite character?
Katarina.
I think I go with Katarina too.
She was awesome. I loved her.
She was. I did like that. Who was it? Who the fuck were they? The two characters, the Nicole and his sister.
Oh, the white hair girl.
The white hair girl.
Yeah, she was awesome.
They were awesome. They were also Kuro and
They were every character in that show was just goofy as shit.
Goofy as hell. The Nicole was fucking Futaba from Quintessential Quintuplets.
Yeah, he was.
So it was really weird hearing his voice in a character that was meant to be super attractive after seeing him as Quintessential Quintuplets Goober.
He was kind of handsome in that show though.
Yeah, he was.
He really wasn't a bad looking guy.
He had looks, I guess.
Yeah.
He was just kind of a shitter.
He was just mean. I think if he fixed his personality, he would have been a lot more attractive.
What was your favorite part of season 2?
Favorite part of season 2? I don't even know. A part of me was kind of zoned out watching.
I'd say same. I think my favorite part was when it ended.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's done. I don't have to really struggle through this anymore.
What do you think you would change about it?
The second season was just so boring overall. The biggest plot happened from episode 9 to 12. And then the first 6 episodes? No, 8. We're just boring.
Goofy slice of life. Ha ha, nothing happens.
And usually I'm totally cool with goofy slice of life, nothing happens. That's usually, I fucking love that shit. But for some reason this was just it just didn't meet my standards, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It was just plot was too slow, nothing happened, episodes dragged on, things didn't move fast.
Yeah, it would.
Would you recommend?
Not really. I probably, if someone was give me a harem, I wouldn't toss this out there.
No, I'd probably say the first season maybe.
Yeah, the first one was a lot of fun.
Because the first one's fun and it's really cool, but the second season kind of just dies out. It's one of those where you'd probably recommend a season and then tell them to not watch the second one. That's how I would probably describe it.
Kind of like Higurashi.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably skip the second season
and watch the
movie.
And you'd be fine. You'd probably be fucking fine.
Because the movie will have nothing to do with anything that happens in the second season.
They might make references, but that's about all you'll get. Wait, no. The beginning, you don't meet blue hair dude. The beginning of season 2 is when you meet blue hair dude.
That's right. He works there.
Yeah.
Watch 2 episodes and you'll get it.
Watch half of it.
Yeah.
It's like the 4th season of High School DxD. Don't watch the first half, but watch the second half, except backwards.
Yeah, then you're golden.
You're good. God, I really wish DxD season 4 was better. Next is The Detective is Already Dead. So this is about a man who has terrible luck and is always put into criminal situations. So a woman just got robbed. The dude dropped the purse in front of him. He picked it up. The cops think he stole the purse. Things like that. It's really, really dumb things. One day he's on a plane and the legendary detective Siesta shows up. and the plane gets hijacked, and she solves the mystery or whatever, and then shenanigans ensue. So, favorite character's hard. I think it's hard.
I mean, I'm thinking that you're kind of thinking what I am as well.
Yeah, I
There's
believe
two.
so.
There are two.
Yes.
Fubuki and Masuri.
That's fucking
Yeah,
right. They were
yeah.
in that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. They did the idol news.
They did
Yeah,
the
they
idol
did
news.
the
They
idol
did
news.
do idol news.
But well,
Who are the two you're thinking of?
Siesta
All right.
and the that's a spoiler. I can't say that. And
Yeah, exactly.
and
Well,
the girl with the black hair.
yeah, I mean,
we'll say that.
the problem with that is that because it's a spoiler, I don't know if I can count them, if you know what I mean.
They're like the same.
Yeah, so I don't know if I can count that. So
I'm
like,
gonna count them as different.
well, I guess they kind of are.
In one way, she is the same.
Fuck it, we're splitting the difference. It's the lolly idol because
Then-
she's epic.
Then, yeah, she is epic.
She's epic. I'm splitting the difference.
So
You splitting the difference too, or you just gonna ignore
I'm just
it?
gonna go Siesta.
All right. So, I don't know. What would you say your favorite part of it was?
The first 3 episodes.
I can agree. I think that was like where the show really took off, and then it kind of just did a goofy.
It had me at 3. I was invested, and I guess I knew what was coming, but I was kind of okay with it because I was getting a lot of plot. Well, it's not even a spoiler. The detective Siesta fucking dies. It's in the name of the fucking
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
She's
right?
fucking dead.
But like in the rest of the show, she's kind of not because she's in so many goddamn episodes.
She's in more episodes than the girls that you see in the second episode and third episode.
Like I shit you not. I think Siesta's in like 9 of the 12 episodes. It's like flashback for 9 episodes, 3 episodes of
Modern.
Different.
It makes no goddamn sense.
And even when it's modern, it's also kind of a flashback still. It's fucking like... I think what I would change is I would change the order of the episodes.
I would 100%.
I think I would change it and you would get more background. And instead of it just being, oh, she's dead, here's 2 episodes of these cool characters. She's dead again. You get to see her though. Like, I'd probably just move those episodes to the end.
Or like they shouldn't have just fucking killed Siesta if they were going to make her 85% of the goddamn show.
Yeah, I think that's a very
But
viable.
like at the same time, no spoiler, it's kind of the point at the end of the show.
I get it, but like it's hardly in the goddamn show
I know,
itself.
I know. It's really goofy.
I think the show should have been completely fucking rewritten then.
Yeah, it was very like, it's very sci-fi heavy in a strange way.
Would you guys recommend it?
Not necessarily. I overhyped the show in my own
You
head
did.
a
You
lot.
kept telling you're like, you're an idiot for not watching this.
I still think you're dumb for not watching it.
I still think so because Siesta is a PogChamp 100.
There are a lot of cute girls in the show.
I like
Plus
cute girls.
Matsuri and Fubuki.
Yeah, we
I
did see
watched.
Hollow
Now,
Eye.
when you sent the snap, I went right to Crunchyroll and I watched that first episode, that scene.
I know how you didn't watch it. It was on Funimation, you fucking
Whatever
liar.
I went to. That's true.
Yeah, I'm
I can't-
calling you out now.
No, I
You
can't-
didn't
I can't.
watch it.
I watched the scene, yeah, because I was in the office and Anthony was with me. I'm like, dude, Fubuki and Matsuri and the detective's already dead. He's like, what? I'm like, watch
Bubker.
this with me.
Bubker.
Yeah, that was pretty
Bubker.
epic.
Yeah, she made a bomb threat. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a hard one because, like, well, I do think people would enjoy it. It's really hard to recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Is
I
how
think
I
the
would.
idea is really cool. It was not executed properly.
Yeah, good idea. Poor execution.
Yeah.
Just like it for Flag Breaks.
Except terrible
That's
all
true.
around.
That's 100% true.
It was a cool idea. Just executed the absolute worst way possible
Yeah.
in anyone's
They
head.
couldn't have made it any worse.
No one could have thought of a dumber way to execute
Yeah.
that.
What's next? What's
Up next is actually Spirit Chronicles, which is one of these shows that I thought was going to be one of the worst of the season. Honestly.
I completely agree.
So, to put it bluntly, Spirit Chronicles is a shitty isekai.
Okay.
It's about a man who gets isekai'd as fuck after being hit by a train while on a bus. He then finds out he controls a spirit, which is like the strongest thing you can control in that world. Shenanigans ensue. If you haven't picked up, we have a theme here because I said it on one thing. We were like, oh, well, it fits for everything.
He's OP as fuck. You like cannot hurt him, and he just learns more shit and gets stronger.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not a case of overpowered done right for sure. He's just kind of overpowered.
But I enjoyed this show so much more than I thought I would.
Like absurdly thoroughly.
Like this is the type of show that I saw, I put on my list just for shits and giggles, that I would go into thinking, I'm going to forget about this. It's going to not be great, and I'll just power through it anyway. But I was invested through like every episode. And the more I watched it, the more invested I became.
Yeah, as I was saying, every time I watched a new episode, I wanted another episode more. Like to the point where I was actually kind of sad that it was over in 12.
Yeah, it's totally not what I would typically watch and really enjoy. It was so left field for me, and I'm very pleasantly surprised by that.
And I watch like every single shitty isekai that comes out in a season. I thoroughly enjoyed this season's shitty isekais. Like way more than a normal person should.
They done them right.
Who was your favorite character? Because I think mine's the same.
The fucking Wolf Lolly.
Yes.
She was
Wolf
awesome
Lolly
as
was
fuck.
epic. She was so cool. The show like plot was really cool too. Like how
I thought it was
multiple people got isekai to the
Yes.
same world.
that was
that
the
sense.
first time I've seen that besides Slime.
Sword Art Online.
I haven't seen Sword Art Online. But like on the bus, would it be considered a spoiler to say this?
It's the first episode. It's literally
Okay.
the first 3 minutes of the episode.
Well, on the bus, the main character sees a little girl across from him, and everyone on the bus dies. Turns out that little girl also got isekai'd into the same world as him.
And they're pretty sure her mom did too, because
Yeah.
they mentioned that at one point. It's not really a spoiler. This thing's not getting a second season.
No, it's not. But I thought that was cool. I hadn't seen that before in an isekai.
Would you recommend it?
Totally, I would.
Actually, yeah. Unironically, I would recommend it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it has a little bit of something for everyone, as long as you're willing to just understand it's a bad isekai, good story, cool idea.
See, now so that's one I'd throw on my list after listening to a full review.
It was, like, genuinely a very good show.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, we did not expect to like it.
Mhm.
We did not go into this going,
I would like text Luke and be like, dude, I like really like this show, like a lot, and I don't know why.
I would just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, drugstore in another world.
Fuck
World
yes,
Thorpe.
let's go. All
Give us
right.
the sauce on this banging show.
This is another shitty isekai. A man is reincarnated in another world where he is a pharmacist. The people in town all come to him to make something for them. The people in town all come to him to make something for them to solve their problems. Shenanigans ensue. Basically-
I love this.
This guy is isekai. He's a pharmacist. And that's the fucking show. Someone comes to him and says, man, I kind of smell like BO. He's like, let me whip something up real
And he
quick.
just makes soap. He just makes soap. And he's like, here's a special wacky name for it.
like Super Soap Scrubby 6000.
Scrubby Dubby in the Tubby 9000
Yeah.
or some shit. Like, it is like that level of like really weird name dumb shit that he comes up with. And it is a goddamn pleasure.
But again, this is just like Spirit Chronicles, where every episode I watched, I was like, I'm enjoying this way more than I should.
They showed the next customer at the end. I'm like, I want to see him
Yeah.
now.
Every time he would go into his fucking shop and whip something up, it would play this awesome jingle.
Banger.
jangle.
Banger. An absolute bop, if you will. I was in my chair every time he was whipping up
yeah,
something in the
dude.
kitchen. Every time I'd sit there and be like, did it. And I was like, I was getting into it. I was vibing hard and dirty.
It was a super fun show. The characters were really awesome. The Demon Lord was actually a lolly boy, not a
A
girl.
Shoda.
Whoa.
He was a
Now
Shoda.
Hold on here.
All right.
But yeah, all right. Moving on from all of that, who would you say your favorite character was?
I liked Reiji the best. He was awesome because he was like, it was tough love. He was kind of a dick to people, but not like in a dick way. He was like, that's fucking stupid. Why are we doing this?
Yeah,
But
he was just like
awesome.
real upfront with people.
Yeah. He didn't fuck around.
People were like, give me a medicine, lets me read minds. He's like, why the fuck would I do that?
He's like,
That's
I can't do
stupid.
that.
He's like, I can't. That's
They're
stupid.
like magician. He's like, I'm a pharmacist. I'm nothing more than a pharmacist.
What they call him, the medicine god?
Yeah, something like that.
He's like, I'm not a god, I'm a pharmacist. Please stop. Please stop. I'm between like Reiji. I really liked Mina,
Mina was awesome.
and I really like the wolf. No, she's awesome, dude. She is actually awesome.
She was so awesome.
I went into that show thinking this dumb piece of shit's gonna be fucking stupid.
She's the reason I watched the show.
She was the reason I watched the show. I didn't put it on my list for any good reason. I was like, this is a shitty isekai, but look at that thing.
It's hardly even a fucking isekai because
They don't mention it.
not at all.
Ever.
In the last episode, it's brought up.
That's it.
Never again.
Other than that, it's just he's a pharmacist. And I think that's my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
I'd say my favorite part is they don't bring up the isekai thing like 9 million goddamn times. And yeah, I'd recommend it.
Oh yeah, I would.
Same with Spirit Chronicles. I feel like it has a little something for everyone. When Reiji be cooking it up in the kitchen,
He be cooking it up.
he cooking it up hard. It's like when we go home and cook up in the kitchen and we listen to Hit the Quan by I Love Memphis.
Right. Yeah. We hit the Quan.
He cooks it up.
We love Memphis.
We
we
do.
love Memphis.
We love it. We love Memphis, Tennessee. The final one, which I didn't even want to fucking do the review for, and I have
do
to
it.
now.
Speed
Mother
running.
of the Goddess's Dormitory, aka porn.
That's all it was.
Shota loses house, goes to dorm with mommy's shenanigans ensue. There you go. If you want the roughest, dumbed down description of this show,
That was
there
it.
you go.
That was it.
It's really hard to explain it other than what I just said, because it literally is this Shota boy loses his house in a fire. His dad leaves for some reason. He doesn't do anything. He just leaves. The kid's homeless,
Where's this mom?
Dead.
She died in the fire?
No,
No,
in the
she was
fire.
dead
She
before.
was just dead.
Yeah, she was
She was just dead. He only lived with his dad, and his dad dipped. Like as
Okay.
soon as the house caught on fire, I think it was like evade taxes or something. They said,
Hey, I'm out.
like he just dipped because he didn't want to deal with insurance fraud or something like that. And so he was homeless because he didn't bring his son for some reason. And then the dormitory is like, we need a dorm, mother. You need a room. Do you need a place to live? You're hired. He's just like, all right, I guess. Now I live with all these mommies that are really weird.
And shenanigans ensued.
Shenanigans ensue.
Every episode
Every
is
episode is just, it is like etchy, dumb bullshit every episode.
Yeah, it's just very etchy, dumb bullshit every episode.
What would you say is your favorite character?
The cosplay girl.
I'm between Cosplay Girl and the white-haired Moon Girl.
She fucked with those moon crackers.
She fucked with moon crackers and she was a hoarder.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
God, I don't have a favorite part.
I don't either. It was Shota porn. It was softcore
So the whole
Shota
show was
porn.
your favorite part.
It was softcore Shota porn the
That's
whole
what
time.
it was.
My favorite part was when the older girls got naked. There you go.
Every episode.
Every episode, the older girls got naked. When the Shota wasn't in frame and the older girls were naked, I liked the show.
Was that just like the theme?
Yes.
The theme.
It's like they walk into the kitchen. Oh no, I slipped in this banana peel. How did my clothes come off?
yeah, it's literally
Oh,
the epitome
no.
of what people think anime is.
hmm
Like,
Okay.
oh, I tripped and fell, and now the Shota's face is in my puss. Like,
Straight up.
straight up,
it
like that
happens
happens
multiple times.
more than you'd like.
You love to see it.
What would we change? I'd take the Shota out of the show.
I would just make it the goddess dormitory.
I would make it the Goddess's Dormitory, put it on Haname, and fucking call it a night.
That's it.
You
Have
guys
the
just,
four-
You guys just made like the next most popular hentai.
Have
That's
the
what we
5 dorm sisters fuck, and there you go. You got the best hentai you'll probably watch in a long time.
There you go. So I'm assuming you wouldn't recommend it.
No.
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 That clears
No.
that up. What's next?
You're going.
Oh, okay. So it's me and Luke next.
Yes.
Okay. The
These
only
are
other
individual shows, by the way.
Okay. The only other show that I watched that no one else did was Kageki Shoujo, which Luke started but dropped. Kageki Shoujo. We follow one of our 2 main characters, Ai, to the Koka School of Theater in Kobe, Japan. She meets a tall, eccentric blonde named Watanabe Sarasa. It's basically Salsa. Her name is Salsa.
Shush.
She meets Sarasa Watanabe underneath the cherry blossom tree. It's their journey into becoming the next top Coca star, and then after that, shenanigans ensues.
I just want to point out real quick.
Yeah.
I think that was like 3 or 4 sentences. But I think you're trying to hype up the show because I was shitting on it and so was Luke. But go ahead.
Well, but were we supposed to make him 2? Because I didn't get that.
I
Just
was
short.
No,
It seems like
it
you
was
put.
short.
I'm just
It
saying
seems like you put a lot more effort into that one.
No, the other ones were longer. Do you want to look at the paragraphs? They're the same
No,
length.
I don't want to be wrong.
You would be wrong.
He can't be wrong if he doesn't
I'm
see.
just saying, if HR sent out the memo, I didn't get it in my emails. All right, so the 2 cents thing doesn't really
Shut
matter.
up! Shut
This
up!
dude works at fucking
He works at Tingara.
Tingara Aquarium.
Tingara. But Kageki Shoujo is pretty much that. It's this one girl. She used to be an idol for JPX, basically AKB48. She left. She got fired due to an incident. So she still wants to like continue acting, I guess, and she goes to the school of Koka, which is like a all girls theater trope in Japan. And she meets this girl, Sadasa Watanabe, and she's basically like she's everything that Koka isn't, which is very cliche, but they do it really well. My favorite character. This is tough because there were like 6 or 7 really cool characters. My favorite was probably Ai. She was the blue-haired girl. She was probably my favorite. She showed the most like growth throughout the whole show. My favorite scene or favorite part in the show. Basically everything after episode like 3 or 4, because like I said, Luke watched it. He dropped it because of that, and
Was it just slow?
Yes.
It was.
Yes, like brutally slow.
1 second, I'm checking the camera.
Damn it!
Okay, go
My
ahead.
joke was wasted.
All right. So where was I? I was talking about how Luke dropped it.
Yeah.
So the thing with this show is you have to get past the first 3 to 4 episodes, which is tough to recommend a show like that. But in my opinion, it's well worth it if you can hold out, because after that, the show gives you a lot of story and just a lot of things that you didn't think you would get. It gets very emotionally deep, and you learn a lot of things, and it very much pulls you in. This was one of the shows that I was like super gung-ho to watch every single Friday. I really liked this show. I thought one of the coolest things about this whole show is the main girl, Ai. When you first meet her in episode 1, she has very short hair. Like boy short hair. Like mine's longer, yours is longer. Very short hair. And then as the show progresses, every episode her hair gets longer. And then on episode 12, it's like down to like her, like past her shoulders. I thought that was like super cool how they did that.
Little details.
Very little detail that
It's
you
a good
don't
way to
see.
show passage of time.
Yeah, you don't see a lot in like anime. Like everybody's hairstyle stays the same unless a specific event does that. But this was just common.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, to certain people, it's definitely not the greatest show in the world. I will give it that, but I found myself very much enjoying it. Yes and no.
Get it on.
All right. There's just one more thing I want to say about Kakeki Shoujo before we move on. ED was probably my favorite of the whole season. ED was the biggest bop. Such a big bop. That's it.
I didn't even think about OPs and EDs when I made this. When I was looking at this, looking back, look. I'm having a stroke.
ED's like a classical piece. Fucking awesome.
I'm having a stroke. Please help. Yeah, I really do love Ai. She was a great character in Nijigasaki. It was fantastic. I would also like if you guys hit that like button, commented, and subscribed. Also, ring that bell if you want notifications for when Alex decides he's going to upload his playthrough of Fruits and Grisea because he keeps making empty promises and won't fucking pull through with them. I got your back, Jeff.
Luke, life's really hard.
Is that your excuse?
Sure. What's next? I know Luke's got his solos.
All right, so I do have some honorable mentions before I get my solos. So, like I said, there were a lot of shitty isekais that I enjoyed this season thoroughly. One was actually a show called How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. I went into that show thinking, this is going to fucking suck. I'm going to drop it after 2 episodes. And it was once again one of those shows I wanted another episode every week. It was like,
surprisingly good. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because it's not worth it.
No,
I would
have honorable mentions, right?
Yeah, I would have put it in the list if I really wanted to mention it, but I figured like that one would be a good honorable mention. I don't think there was any other ones actually. There was one. Sorry, my bad. I'm cringe. I'm cringe nene.
You're medium chungus.
So my final one that I wanted to bring up was a show called Tsukimichi, which did get confirmed for a second season and was my favorite isekai of the season. It is another one of those funny isekai parodies, kind of. It's a show that character gets taken to another world by a god because the goddesses needs a hero. And so he shows up and the goddess goes, "You're ugly," and then banishes him from the fucking goddess place. She's like,
that's brutal.
"I'll give you one gift. You can understand what people say and all creatures say on the planet." And then she literally just launches him out of the sky. And that's how the show
He's
starts.
still ugly, though, right?
Yeah, he's still ugly.
Is he actually ugly?
Yeah, I don't think he's that ugly, but everybody in the show talks about how he's ugly.
That sounds so unfortunate.
Like, it's really funny because he'll just like show up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just a normal guy." And like, he wears a mask into town. And then there's one guy he starts to trust, so he takes the mask off. He's like, "I wasn't really honest with you. I'm actually a human." He takes the mask off, and they look at him so disgustedly. It's hilarious. the two guys are like, "It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you can go now."
Are the other people human?
There are. Yes, I mean it depends on what you mean by other people. Like he takes in orcs. There's dragon people. There's spider people. He has a dwarf.
Are the two people in town who are
They're
afraid-
humans.
They're humans.
They're humans.
I was kind of thinking.
But
they
I've
might
sent
be
pictures. The one girl that wears the kimono, she is actually a dragon. And the black-haired girl that wears the kimono, she's actually a giant spider. There you go.
All right.
Very, very nice.
I'm not
Very
really.
nice.
I don't know if I can really go through with the 4 questions because, like, favorite character, I don't know. I don't know. They were all actually pretty funny. Even the goofy skeleton man that shows up at the end was funny. He was funny. Like I don't know.
Just say your favorite character is Goofy Skeleton Man, because I remember seeing pictures of him and he was.
Yeah,
funny.
I guess I could just go with Goofy Skeleton. He's like, "Nyeh." It's like I don't know what, because like the other 2 girls are so cool too. Every character in that show is actually really cool. It is a very well done show for what it is. A dumb isekai that they put out. I don't really have a favorite part because the whole show's there was actually no lulls in it. I think just the show in general is my favorite part. Just waiting for it every week. Excited, like, oh man, can't wait to see what shenanigans ensue this week.
More shenanigans.
I probably wouldn't change anything, and I do recommend it. I think you guys would actually really like it.
I can get behind the shitty isekai type beat.
The second season is confirmed, so I do recommend watching it before they announce when that drops. So, yeah.
Sorry, dude. I was just totally
I
could not
saw
take my eyes off Ishtar.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's hot, isn't she?
Down bad.
And then finally, I just want to bring up Magia Record the second season of it did just end. And if you want an explanation, it's Madoka Magica. Like, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a lot to go off of. But they did confirm that the final season of it is going to air at the end of the year.
I need to watch all of Magia Record.
It is very good. It's very
I
good.
need to watch Madoka Magica.
That's also a very good show.
It is.
Fuck Kyubey. All my homies
Fuck
hate Kyubey.
We all hate Kyubey.
We despise
We
Kyubey.
do not like Kyubey.
We do not. He is on the same level as NTR and poop
We don't.
jokes.
And with that being said, with Kyubey being said, how much we hate Kyubey, I'd just like to call out a certain YouTuber, that Japanese man Yuta. You have a Kyubey plushie.
He does.
He
does.
I want to challenge my Neil versus your Kyubey plushie. One-on-one
Cage match.
cage match.
Oh, tables, ladders, and chairs.
Oh,
Tables, ladders, and
spicy,
chairs
man.
cage match.
Yeah, one-on-one. No tag team. No.
Hell in the Cell. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Hell in the Cell. Neil versus Kyubey. So Japanese man Yuta. If the viewers of the podcast could send this to him, that'd be awesome.
I can't wait.
I love your channel, but I don't approve of Kyubey.
I can't wait for like last week if someone were to just clip all of me shitting on fucking My Hero fans and post on a My Hero subreddit. I
Like,
think
you get
that'd
put
be
on like the Twitter lockdown.
I want to put on like a My Hero subreddit. That'd be so funny.
Look at this cringe kid shitting on our show.
That would be so funny because at the end of the day, that's all ironic.
Like at the end of the day, Bakugo would fuck him up.
Literally, I have no qualms with anybody.
I know.
Watching. It's just
so
gaslighting. Like I gaslit
Yeah.
the fuck out of those people. So they're 4-year-old attention spans who couldn't make it to the end of this episode to hear me say this.
He did it.
Luke, I don't know what's ironic anymore.
I used to watch this show. I'm literally making fun of myself because I liked My Hero for a while, and then I realized that it's.
And then I turned 5.
I used to like My Hero, and then I realized that I have a penis, and there's boobies in the world, and that there's more to life than just being 2.
Frogs aren't everything.
I touched grass once, so I'm already better than My Hero fans. I stand above them on another plane.
Oh man,
I'm
good
their
episode.
I'm the Ishtar to their Emi Ashiro.
That's the best thing about sitting next to Luke right now.
It's what, squeaky chair?
No, no. Dude, why the fuck would that be a good thing?
Oh, we don't love the squeaky. Fuck this shit. I'm so
I
mad
like
about this.
Ishtar and Nya Akeno. That's pretty cool. That's based,
I
dude.
can't
Your laptop
see
is
it.
based.
It is pretty
Is
based.
mine
I have
not
Chizuru
based?
on here.
If I could see what the fuck was going
God,
on.
there's a dog and ram
I
in the
see
way.
Chibi Amagi.
Yeah. There's a Chibi Amagi.
That's about it. I see Ram.
Yeah, but like you can go like this, and there's
Based.
Ishtar.
Ishtar's baddie 100. And then
Straight up.
Nezuko's out there vibing on the end.
Yeah. She's doing,
I am nearing
doing
the
her
end of the fate grind.
You are.
Like,
Yeah,
I
you're
could-
getting close.
What are you doing next? What do you plan on
I
watching?
don't know. I said as a joke that I do Sword Art Online, but I can't. I can't.
I mean, hear me out. Since Jonathan kind of cucked my ass pretty hard, you could just watch Railgun.
I mean, I already said that I might do that since I've already gone through
I
a long
vote
binge.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got.
Dude, we could have a railgun. We
respect-
could have a railgun episode.
I
on the
respect you
podcast.
if you don't want to because it is a commitment, and you're
So
just
the fuck is Fate?
Well, I know, but he's just getting out of like.
I didn't do
50-year
Fate right out
relationship.
of my goddamn sad binge that took
That's
4
true.
months.
Yeah,
a year.
he took a
The
break.
sad
so
binge was way
if you
more,
want
though.
to take a break, I can let that
Break.
pass.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
a break.
I'm really
It's funny,
50-50.
Mr. Squid. I can't do Mr.
Shut
Krabs.
up, let him talk.
I
I'm
do
trying
need
to Mr.
to figure
Krabs.
out a next funny binge to do because Fate was done because I thought it'd be funny, and it turns out it's like one of my favorite series I've ever watched.
Gangdom.
What,
Gangdom.
Alex? Like you need to stop.
Alex, do you need help?
Sort of.
Are you okay, dude?
No, dude.
You look like you're running on fumes right now.
You need some cheer wine. This episode of the Hello Harem podcast is brought to you by Cheerwine Soda.
Drink up.
Not hungry, man. They still have not hit us up at
No, fuck Hungry Man, this is
helloharempodcast@gmail.com.
stupid.
No,
fucks.
we called them directly out on Twitter, and I will do that every week.
So
You'll be hearing from our lawyer.
anyway, those of you that made it this far into this almost 2-hour episode, if you have any recommendations to a funny binge I could do on the level of the sad binge and Fate, let me know. Actually, like I'm running out of ideas. There's not really much more other than One Piece, and I'm not going to do that.
Fuck no.
I've already determined. I know how I would watch One Piece if I chose to.
How?
I would watch it dubbed, and I would have it on another monitor while I play games. I would not truly watch it.
Then that's just a waste of time. Then
I'm playing games. I'm
I
having
mean,
fun
if
doing
he's
something.
doing something else that he would originally be doing, but just have One Piece on, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time.
I wouldn't say you watched it though.
No, I wouldn't either.
You couldn't hold that cred.
I still
You mean Luke? Do you
That's
If
not
you
credit
look-
that
listen?
I want,
Listen.
though.
So
no.
here's-
I don't want the cred anyway.
I just came up with a theory.
Yeah.
Listen to this. So we're on the grapevine that if you watch all of One Piece, you get bitches on your dick, right?
No.
Andy's watching.
Wait, no. Andy has watched while we played games together, so he didn't truly watch it. If that's what your credibility is.
No, I was just saying if you watch One Piece, you get mad girls.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that you said that the credibility is that I didn't truly watch One Piece if I had it on another monitor while doing something. Andy's
so
done
Andy's
that.
out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Andy's done that. So is Andy out
I
or
was
is he still
wondering how he
in?
got to like episode 200 and lickety split, yet he
Yeah,
can't
we've-
watch anything else.
Yeah, we've played games together. I think he's had it on during class and shit like that. I don't think he's 1,000%
I
paid
would
attention.
say
to the
I
whole
think
counts,
I'm being
man.
swindled.
I think he's got to restart.
I don't think he's watched the whole time. He says he does like One Piece, which I don't believe. Fuck that. There's no way anybody likes One Piece.
I could see Andy liking One Piece. It's just.
There's no way anybody likes One Piece.
Andy's going to have
Andy.
the one leg up on us, though. He's
How?
going to find the One Piece, and he's going to know what it is.
That's true.
And
It's a coin.
He probably won't tell us.
It's a coin.
I wouldn't want him to.
We don't know.
That's for people who have
Well, if
watched
you
One Piece.
in the beginning of One Piece, they show a little silhouette of a coin at
That's
the beginning.
That's what they want you to think. That's a ploy to get you to watch 1,000 episodes.
Over 1,000 because they're almost to 1,000 now, and it's still not over.
It's so fucked up.
It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. If you watch One Piece, you're dumb.
We don't like One Piece.
Well, I
hate
guess
One
before
Piece.
we call it quits here, not honorable mentions, just shows that are continuing we did not touch on, like Fena the Pirate Princess, Jahi-sama. There's one more. Aquatope as well.
Aquatope.
Yeah, he's
We'll touch on those
Daruji-sama.
when those end.
Email us Daruji Ludes now.
Yeah,
I cannot find any.
We can't find any.
We can't find them. HelloHaremPodcast@gmail.com. Email us them. I cannot
If there's
find
any artists out there who are looking for some content,
Add us on
Daruji.
Twitter. Do something. I need at least one Daruji Lude.
We could
please.
get our artist who's doing work for us to draw some Daruji Ludes.
Could you draw
be
this
beige.
character but naked?
It would cost me like $110, but is that worth it to have the only Daruji Lude? Like, that's a
what if
that's a
he
trump card.
upcharged? What if he's like,
We'd have the Daruji Lude NFT going.
Oh shit,
we'd be
you'd be
millionaires.
rich as fuck.
Think about how many horny dumbasses would pay for that.
Well, that's 3
Exactly. Right now.
right
All
now.
right, fuck it. We're gonna get in the Daruji NFT game.
Add us on Twitter. Send it by email. Give me Daruji Ludes now. I don't care about Swarva. Swarva's dumb.
All right, guys. Before we do go, I will just say, eat hungry, man. Jonathan's not here to shout him out because he's a box of snacks.
I love Sencho.
Luke
Please
loves
marry
Sencho. Eat hungry, man. And
Like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, and subscribe. This has been the Hello Harem podcast, episode 62, right? 62.
I think so.
7
62.
episodes.
Seven
Oh,
episodes.
7
Yeah,
before
we're
we
drawing
call it quits.
close to 69, guys.
We're drawing close to the end of an era.
We're drawing close to the end of an era.
Should that be the first season of the Hello Harem podcast?
69.
Season
Yes,
1.
we could
Wait,
rename
because then we
season
get to
1.
69 multiple times.
Yeah, we could get to 69 a lot. We could go season 2, episode 1, all the way up to
Season
69.
2, yeah, season 2, episode 69.
Would you
I
guys
like
be-
that.
Would you guys be down for multiple seasons of Hello Harem? Would you guys stick around? I feel like our training arc comes in season 2.
Maybe we'll have
Yeah.
more episodes than One Piece.
We could, dude. What if we did? We can only do 52 episodes a year.
We're gonna.
What?
We
One
would-
Piece has been going on for what, 30 years?
Oh, we could beat One Piece? Hell yeah.
What if it doesn't stop?
Then we got to do an episode
They've
daily.
already confirmed the end. We've already talked about this. They have confirmed the end of One
Sure,
Piece.
but what if they drag it out
My balls.
to like 3,000
Yo, the Hello Harem
episodes?
is like right on our ass end. We really got to drag this out.
It's like PewDiePie versus T-Series.
Yeah, exactly.
Except
We would call the 9-year-old army.
Except it's cooler because we're a bunch of nobodies trying to keep up with a fucking show that I guess 2 people watch.
Andy.
That homeless guy behind the Wendy's.
He's okay. All right, guys, that has been the Hello Harem podcast, episode 62. If you found anything interesting or informative, go ahead and leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell button for notifications. We do come out with a weekly podcast every single week.
If you're on Spotify, you can watch us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you can listen to us on Spotify.
And as Anthony, you wanna give out the fee for listening?
Guys, just so you know, there is no fee to watch the Hello Harem podcast. The only thing that we ask is that if you learned anything, you got anything out of this podcast, we ask that you share it with a friend. You tell someone if you're out with the boys or out with the girls, you say, hey, I learned a little something from these guys in this room surrounded by anime figures. I think it would benefit you to go give them a listen. That's all we ask. No money, nothing.
No money, no cap.
No
Actual,
money?
captual, no factual. Or actual, factual, no capsual.
Yeah. You heard it first here, and also you heard it last. We'll see you guys next week.